What are we looking at in here in BBAI? That's going to be Big Bear. We have a close over this 200 SMA on the weekly chart. So that is going to be something that we're going to watch here. Obviously, low risk, low reward plays overall in here. IV rank, you still have some juice in here, right around 30. You have a 30-cent expected move by Friday. If you go all the way out the next Friday, right around a 50-cent expected move. But all in all, nice week so far in here for this stock. You had that push in here today, a high of 413, low of 344 on the week. So not a bad 70-cent move in here so far, but we did close above, although it's just since we did close above that 200 SMA in here, even with that pullback that we had in the overall markets in here today. So you can see this big run up that we had in here, just kind of overshot everything, right? Pullback was needed. Obviously, the whole market came with it down here, and then we bounced right off that 200 SMA here on the 30-minute chart, and then we're working with that 9-day EMA here going into after hours. Now on the daily chart in here, you can see that we did place a green candle, but we are still consolidating up in here, but we had that nice run up here in this big long wick. Does this tell us something that, hey, guess what? The volume's coming in, but we're just not quite there yet. We got to get other people to start buying in to the hype of the stock again, or is the volume just there because we had that big drop off after this big push that we had? So that's the question. Did the volume come in on the rip, or did it come in on, on the daily on the downside? So we're going to look at the 30-minute chart to kind of flesh this out just a little bit. And you can see that mostly overall, it was on that rip, but obviously you did have a lot of volume here, above average volume on that big dip as well. So about 50-50 in here overall. But again, basically, if you're playing for cents in here, that is completely fine. And it looks like that this is consolidating up here nicely. RSI doesn't really need to be reset. It's just kind of there. And then we're kind of sitting above the 9-day EMA here on the daily chart. So that is also good news. Again, like I said before, right around a 30-cent expected move by Friday's expiration. So all this could be back in play again, especially up here at the 61.8 fib level. That's going to be something that we're going to watch. And that's going to be that $4.68 mark is what we're going to watch. If we can get above there, then we could be off to that $5 range more sooner rather than later. But again, that's what we're looking at here on BBAI. Support wise, 9-day EMA, obviously here on the daily chart. Below that, 314 is what we're looking at. If you go back to the weekly chart in here, obviously we're above that 200 SMA. So that's going to be that first area of support. We have the, I guess it's going to be that 314, the 9-day EMA currently trading right around that 346 area. That's going to be something that we're going to watch for here too on the weekly. But again, the 314 is probably going to be a better area for us to kind of consolidate before we start working our way higher, if we are going to pull back any more than what we already have done in today's trading session. So all in all, that is what we're looking at. Decent move in here on the week for BBAI. Decent volume in here for your options, decent IV rank compared relative to itself in here. And if you want to place for cents, low risk, low reward plays in here, BBAI, Big Bear, that's what you want to be in. All right, guys, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.